In any instant water heater or geyser has a water inlet from this side, and there is a water outlet going via this side. Water is injected here and it goes through this tube, and there are several components we meet in the middle. This is the proximity sensor, and inside this tube there is a magnetic switch. When the water flows, that magnet comes upward close to this proximity sensor, and it makes the circuit closed. And after that it goes through here, and there's a component here. After the proximity sensor, you can see the semiconductor mounted on top of the water tube. This is a triac, isolated mode triac, which is a main switch to on and off the element. Power on and off using the proximity sensor. When the water flows through it, the triac gets triggered and it will switch on the element and it generates heat. This triac is a TG25C60 triac, as you see here. This has a good capacity to handle huge current, the TG25C60, and this is used to switch the element. And one special thing I want to mention is this triac is cooled by the water that flows through this tube. There is no heat sink attached to it. The water acts as a heat sink to this triac. Most common fault we can see in this kind of instant water heaters are the element failures, either earth leakage or element burned out. In this heater there is earth leakage, that's why we are going to repair it. And before that I will explain some more of the components in here. This has good protection built into it, therefore it's a good heater to use. This circuit here you see is the ELCB, which is built on top of a integrated circuit KA2803. Talk more about ELCB. ELCB stands for earth leakage circuit breaker. In case of earth leakage, this element gets switched off automatically, and using this IC it can detect the earth leakages and switch off this relay in case of a earth leakage. And this heat element comes sealed, therefore the electricians does not willing to easily help fix it. However, with some effort you can remove this part out carefully, and we can, using a screwdriver, with some effort you can remove this copper part out. And after you remove it, you can unmount it like that. You can see the element which heats the water. However, it is quite difficult to repair this yourself, therefore you need to find a some kind of agents. There are agents, thermal agents, that does this repair part for yourself. In Sri Lanka there are two companies I found out. One is the Heating Equipment Private Limited. It is located in Lugegoda, and one other thing near Kottawa there's one company called Mega Heaters. If you give this part to them, you can get this thing fixed, or they will remove this element and they will replace it with a new one. Now we will look at in detail how this ELCB works in case of an instant water heater. This ELCB DIP IC is KA2803B. I have downloaded the datasheet. As it says, it is a earth leakage detector, and it has several components inside. And if you look at it carefully, the load, the main AC power goes to the load via this path through a zero current transformer, ZCT, and this sense if one side of the line has a earth leakage, the current passes through has some difference against the other wire. That sensation done through this transformer and send it to a operational amplifier, which has a high gain amplifier. This amplifies this signal, this current generated through this zero current transformer, and that amplified signal is latched via a digital latch circuit. It will latch here. If it latched a 0 or 1, like it is a digital signal, let's say it says a current, it will detect a signal of 1 binary value. That will trigger a silicon control rectifier here, which is also a switch that drives a relay in it, and that relay triggers the mainline cutoff. That is how it works. If you really see in the practical view of it, this is the zero current transformer, which sends the leakage between these two wires. If there is a leakage, the generated current would be non-zero due to that signal is generated, and this IC get triggered and latched. This is the silicon control rectifier, which is MCR 104. This MCR triggers this relay and switches the element off in case of a leakage. Thank you.